right outside Dutch Harbor, and we've just got a nasty weather report with some storm force winds heading our way. The safest thing to do is to turn around and head back into port. The autopilot is set. All you need to do is run the throttle and control the speed. Why don't you take the wheel and see what you got?
Left click and drag the throttle handle all the way up to get the boat to full speed. You can look around the boat by holding down the right mouse button while moving the mouse. You can center the view again at any time by clicking on the middle mouse button, or by pressing the 5 key.
One of us is gonna get sick, and it ain't me.
Keep the throttle up and head for the harbor. You need to get into the bay before the storm hits.
He's got some battle scars now.
Signs of life on board. The life raft is missing. All stations keep a sharp lookout for survivors.
Good job. You made it back safely. Just in time, too. Those swells are getting bigger by the minute. There's nothing else to do but hope that the Coast Guard will find the crew of the Arctic Lights in time.
Well, it looks like the weather came down real nice today. And we need to get over to the other side at the dock and pick up Matt. He's been shopping for groceries and all our supplies. Why don't you take the boat and run her over there? I'll sit back and watch. Just don't crash my boat.
You can bring up a list of all the game controls at any time by pressing the F1 key on your keyboard. You can look around the cabin by holding the right mouse button down while moving the mouse. There's a group of sea lions on the shore to your right. Turn the camera to look at them now. Good. You can center the view again at... Matt is waiting for you at the dock. You'll have to navigate through the entrance of the bay to go pick him up. The radar shows you points of interest around your boat. The glowing dot on the edge of your radar shows the location of the dock where Matt is waiting. Your boat is always pointing up on the radar. The display rotates to show you where you are heading. You can use the compass directions around the display to help get your bearing. The plus and minus buttons on the right of the radar display and the plus and minus keys on the numeric keypad let you zoom the display in and out. Click on the minus button several times until your destination is visible inside the display. Left click and drag the throttle handle all the way up to make the boat move forward. You can also use the up arrow key. Keep the throttle up to reach the entrance of the bay. Don't forget to use the camera controls or the reset view button to see where you're going.
You know, that's the Coast Guard Melon out there. He's a 400-foot cutter. Right now we're on a collision course with him. You do need to stop and let him pass. These are the rules of the road you got to follow.
Bring the throttle back to its center position to stop the engine. You can move the rudder lever left and right, or use the left and right arrow keys on your keyboard to... The rudder angle display shows the current angle of your boat's rudder. Push the rudder to the right for a few seconds until your rudder shows an angle of about 20 degrees.
Hey, that looks like the shellfish. It seems he's going into the bay as well, and by that puff of smoke I just saw coming out of the boat, he wants to race us in there. Why don't you hammer down, see if we can't beat him in?
What? You guys want to race? You're going to need a faster boat than that to beat us.
Go full throttle to beat the shellfish to the entrance of the bay. Now would be a good time to center the boat's rudder again. Clicking on the rudder angle display or pressing the N key on your keyboard will automatically center the rudder for you. Click on the rudder angle display or press the... Steer your boat into the bay before the shellfish. Well done. You beat the shellfish to the entrance of the bay.
Way to go! Looks like we beat them in there. The shellfish is always bragging about how fast they are. It turns out Northwestern has all the speed you need.